you, Russ, from New York, wherever you from in that area, you thought it was cool to ask me to talk to me about a song that you didn't like that's on my album, Dior Deposits. You said, hey, let's talk about this song, bro. I said, cool, I'm on the phone with my brother. I turned around and you snaked me, then ran in your trailer and had your security try to beat me up. Your security couldn't get me, so your partners tried to chase me, and then they got beat up by the fence. Because I'm not a weird nigga, and I'm a nigga that fight. I'm a nigga from Oakland, California, Russ. So this what I'ma say. Either you circle back and try to fight me on camera, but if you were so bold to do this in front of everybody in random San Antonio, Texas, you could. You a man of ego when you do so well, right, Russ? Because the thing about it is, between me and you, even if I lost a one-on-one fight, which when I looked at you and asked you to fight me one-on-one, you said, get off my Dior dick. And then I looked at you in your eyes and I said, that's weird, you talking like me. That's weird, why you doing that and you not trying to fight me one-on-one? You got random buff African niggas trying to fight me. Your security really hurt my leg, and like, I ain't gonna lie, when you snaked me, that hurt me. I'm not a nigga who deny hits. I'm not a nigga who deny fights. When it come to snakes, you snaked me. You got me. But when it come to hands, you know you don't want to see me because your partners didn't even want to see me, and I'm the skinniest nigga in San Antonio, Texas, Russ. Nobody's buffer than me out here. So all I'm gonna say is, if you want to do that, let's do that. One of your partners took my phone. I gotta post this from my assistant phone. If you don't want to do that, then don't ever talk to me again, Russ, because when I see you, it might be a different thing. All I'ma say is, you bigger than me in the music industry. You Russ. I'm just GuapDad4000. People thought I was a meme last year. Either you fight me on camera or you don't. But everybody's seen this.
What's good, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Hit the subscribe button and that bell. But check it out. Remember this? Smoke Perp. Him and Russ, some kind of issues they were having with each other. And there's Russ's security team, Entourage, putting their hands on Smoke Perp at some festival overseas. Then we had Adam22, who was constantly trolling Russ, you know, cracking jokes at Russ's expense and all kinds of things like that. And then I believe it was in a nail salon. Matter of fact, what was Adam22 doing in a nail salon? And how did Russ people know he was there? Why were they there? But anyways, they got at him in the salon. And it's just like, now we see again with this GuapDad4000. I'm not even really up on this dude, but same thing. Russ approaches him at this musical festival out in San Antonio about some Prada process track that GuapDad4000, made, and he referred to taking a Russ or something like that. Basically, with that ongoing meme or whatever you want to call it, Russ be taking so many L's. You've seen it in the YouTube comments and on social media. People always talking about how Russ is taking L's. Now, first off, tapping in the comments, everyone, on everything I talk about. Let me know if you guys are really up on this GuapDad4000 dude, what y'all think about him. I don't really know him like that, but he's been featured on Double XL, and he's getting booked in the same festivals as Russ. And if you go check out his timeline, he's on the road all the time, so he's obviously coming up in the game. But what's the deal with Russ, man? Why is this dude so sensitive? And what do y'all think about what Russ does in general, the way that, this keeps happening, where he keeps having his security basically jump people? Not to mention, there's some footage out there. I was going to throw it on this video, but you guys can go find it yourself, where someone at a Russ show threw a little bit of ice on stage, and Russ sent one of the goons out there to sock him out. And there's other stories that you can find out that are online, tweets and everything, where people say that, they were at shows and their friends got beat up by Russ's entourage. Like, what's going on with all this? Why is Russ so sensitive? Like, I don't understand it. But, Russ continues to keep pulling the same kind of thing. But I gotta say this, Russ is gonna try this with the wrong rapper, the wrong, who's got an entourage of his own, and you know what happens next? Then things come out and things get taken to the next level. You know what I mean? And that's not a good look for hip hop. And it is what it is. Maybe he's picking and choosing who he does this with, but at the same time, no one, I guess, of that caliber has really came out and said anything to Russ or about Russ. You know what I mean? And what do you guys think about this footage, though? You heard also GuapDad4000's response where he's talking about, yo, y'all came up on me. Hey, you got me. You know what I'm saying? You socked me in the mouth and you ran. Your security put a little bit of a hurting on me. I pieced one of them dudes up, asked your man how his face feel. And, hey, I respect that. I don't like when these rappers or anyone in general, them people who you're at the club or something like that. I ain't there nowadays, but in my younger days and something pops off and you're like, yo, where was you at? And they're like, oh, I was over here. I did this. And it's like, you didn't do a damn thing. But GuapDad kept it funky, and you could see even when he got cornered, he still did keep his hands up and keep swinging. Like if you just seen the response video, you might be like, yo, this dude looks a little soft or something like that. But hey, man, looks can be deceiving. Don't judge a book by its cover. He came out swinging, and he didn't back down. Now, he said Russ socked him and ran. I couldn't really see Russ. It's hard to see because the camera panned one way, but Russ definitely wasn't in the mix of things. And based on the way GuapDad4000 was keeping the rest funky, I'm kind of inclined to believe that he's telling the truth about that. So it looked like Russ pulled the jab you in the mouth and run the other way move. And I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal is. Russ always is claiming that his security is his day one, his homies. And I don't know, but it seems like, Russ got really aggressive secure. Like, man, matter of fact, y'all know how I was just talking about Russ going to do this to the wrong one. Remember the baby security? What happens if the baby mentioned Russ in the song? Is Russ going to go say something about him? Are we going to have these two entourages collide? Because, I don't know, Russ's mans keep putting hands on people, and the baby and his mans is hospitalizing people and bodying people too. So, I don't know what the deal is, but this GuapDad4000 dude, as I said, I'm not really up on him, but he's saying he's from Oakland, and we've heard stories in the past about artists going to the Bay, having issues. If you remember Biggie and E40, Biggie had to reach out to E40 and just be like, yo, man, come get me up out of here. I'm in trouble. I'm throwing up the white flag. I surrender, help me out. And E40 came down there and kept it funky and got Biggie up out of there. Russ could find himself in a similar situation, if he's out that way towards the Bay, towards Oakland, touring. I don't know if he'll, kind of try to play it safe and everything and stay away from there for a while or what. We don't know how well connected this GuapDad4000 GuapDad4000 dude is or what, but if he really is, a lot of people get active in the Bay. I mean, people get back active everywhere, every city, every state, every hood across America. There's real ones putting in work. Even outside of the hood, there's real ones. Like I just said, never judge a book by its cover. But I don't know. It's just a notorious area for rappers to run into issues. And I don't know, man. Sooner or later, you just got to think that this might catch up with Russ. And I just really don't understand it. It's like, Russ, get back on the mic and diss someone, And as you see, these dudes are going back and forth via social media, on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm going to read a couple of their posts. GuapDad's got a post up where he says, I'm not a fake rap dude. We can actually fight. Ask your friends. Face. Let's record it and do something with the footage. Then there's another one up here where GuapDad says, last thing I'll say when the video was cut. You think when the video ends, the fight just stops? LOL, I was cornered and decided to take some hits in order to get to the other side of the fence where I could fight dudes as they squeezed through. I fought dudes off and ran back after. to help my crew who was fighting his security still. Never said I won. Dude, I got jumped. I was sitting on my trailer steps to catch some air because I had just got off stage. He walked up and asked about the song like he wanted to talk. I said for show. Turned around to put my phone and drink down and got caught slipping. Bruh threw his punch. Then every dude swung on me, so I wiggled it off. No knockout, no black eye. And I don't know if you ever got punched by security, but it's not something you stick around and hold your ground for. Laughed my ass off. And I didn't leave the festival. I stayed, and when he came back, the police followed him, and he threw a tantrum because I was still there. Crazy thing is, I actually DM'd Russ a while back and told him on the line Prada process wasn't a diss, and he read it and kept it moving. In my mind, we had no problem, and now we're here. Either way, it won't happen again. And then Russ put up something here saying, you see someone you dissed walk up to you and you get punched in the mouth. Apparently, people want a 3-2-1 from a referee. Laugh my ass off. If motherfuckers were as real as they said they are, he should have swung the second he saw me cut. He knew what time it was. I'm approaching like that. So, apparently, what Russ is saying, if you really ain't got them hands like that, you're going to try to sneak someone. I mean, fighting is a dirty game, but I do feel where this GuapDad4000 dude is coming from, basically saying he approached me like he wanted to just talk about it. But then again, me being the way I am personally, he talked about he sent that DM, Russ read it and didn't respond. I'm on point when I see something. You know what I mean? Like, if he approaches me, I'm not slipping like that. But I mean, he might have just judged Russ's book by his cover the same way as this. That just keeps kind of being the theme of this video. And, he just didn't expect Russ to stall off on him like that. But, you got to pay attention to what's going on, as we're already talking about Russ and his mans always jumping everyone. So, I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. That's about all I really got on this one, guys. Tap in them comments. What's the deal? What do you think about the footage? What do you think the aftermath will be? Do you think Russ will be careful around the Bay Area? Why do you think Russ is so sensitive about this, like that he just got to keep popping off on anyone that just mentions his name or anything and jumping them? What do y'all think about it all? I want to know. It's Jay Coffee Talk. I also cover sports, news, all kinds of stuff. So subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, guys. Let's get that comment thread popping. Always want to hear what you got to say. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Have a great night, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.